This took 4 years.
14,500 miles.
And 21 pairs of shoes.
What is it? Find out next on Sarah's Wiki Corner podcast.
The Hollywood sign.
Quincy Jones.
My Little Pony.
Traffic lights.
Sarah's Wiki Corner.
Wiki Corner.
It is time for Sarah's Wiki Corner. Somebody, hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. What are we learning about today on your Wiki Corner?
Well, so like we said, it is Throwback Thursday. Our throwback year is 1974 today.
Yeah.
And in 1974, something pretty crazy happened. A guy named Dave Kunst completed the first verified circumnavigation of the globe on foot.
On foot.
So he became, in 1974, the first person to walk around the world, basically.
All right, so...
And it's a pretty wild story.
Well, there's some water, so he didn't.
Yes,
do
he
that part,
flew.
obviously.
He had to fly.
Those
sometimes.
parts. But then
Yeah.
as soon as he hit the shore,
He got to
back
walk
to
in.
walking.
That's right.
Okay.
So the ambitious endeavor started in the projection room of a movie theater.
So many good ideas, dude.
Right. In the enduring tradition of colleagues wishing they were elsewhere. Yeah.
Never happens.
Dave told the theater's manager that he dreamed of driving a Jeep across South America, but his manager shared his vision of something bigger, walking around the world, saying, "You got to do something no one's ever done before and won't probably ever be done again." So this sparked the idea for him.
So how old is this guy at the time?
30 years old.
He's 30 years
Yeah.
old. Okay.
30 years old. And he brought along his 23-year-old brother, John, who was about to graduate from college.
Oh.
So the brothers' trek began on June 20th, 1970. They started the journey in Waseca, Minnesota, with a letter of recommendation from U.S. Senator Hubert Humphrey, a scroll to be signed by officials along the way, $1,000 in cash, and a mule named Willie Make It, which I just think is amazing.
The
Willie
mule
Make
was
It.
named Willie
And
Make It.
Willie Make It carried all of their camping supplies.
Well, good.
Right.
Good. Somebody has to.
They decided to walk 1,500 miles from Minnesota to New York City, then fly across the Atlantic Ocean to Portugal. From there, they would traverse Spain, France, Italy, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Greece, Turkey, Iran, the Soviet Union, Japan, and Hawaii, before finally navigating back to Minnesota by way of the West Coast.
Nothing like a nice leisurely stroll through Iran. Just
Or Yugoslavia.
yeah, just
Just
here we go.
Yeah. So during the first leg of the trip, David and John's sleeping accommodations varied from strangers' homes to camping in parks. What did they do with the donkey? Well, they were just tie it up outside their house.
Can I tie this up in your deck? Do you mind?
So they reached New York in October, where they were photographed walking down 42nd Street with Willie Make It.
I love it.
They flew to Portugal that December, resuming their walk in Cabo de Roca, the westernmost point of mainland Europe. Locals gifted the brothers a new mule because obviously they couldn't fly with
Willie Make It, sure.
Right. So they got a
They
new
just
mule.
left Willie Make It in Manhattan or something?
I guess. I don't know.
He's still tied
I'm
up
not
on
sure.
West 42nd Street.
He's still wandering around the city. I don't know.
Yeah.
And mayors along their route offered signatures as proof that the brothers had walked through their towns.
Cute.
Dave and John walked across Europe and visited Monaco, where they met Princess Grace.
Oh.
Yeah. During their travels, the brothers asked people to send donations to UNICEF. In October of 1972, John Kunst was shot to death by bandits in Afghanistan, likely because they mistakenly believed the brothers were carrying the money they'd raised for UNICEF.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
so
this
that
took a dark turn.
Right. Dave was also shot in the chest during the same attack, but he survived by playing dead.
And just
In
playing
Afghanistan.
dead, thankfully. In
Right.
Afghanistan.
This happened in
okay.
Afghanistan.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
After spending 4 months recovering from his injuries, Dave resumed his journey along with his other brother, Peter, from the spot where they were attacked in Afghanistan.
Whoa. So he flew his other brother in, Peter, and said, hey,
Yeah, let's do this.
hear me out.
Yeah.
Our brother got shot,
Yeah.
killed.
Yep.
We're going to start at the same spot.
Yep.
You're the replacement brother.
Right. That's
We should be
exactly what
okay
happened.
from here on out.
Right.
Okay.
So, from Afghanistan,
He's a salesman, I'll tell you.
I know. Dave and Pete crossed the Khyber Pass into Pakistan. This time, they had armored escorts. So that's good, at least.
Better,
They had
yeah.
some protection.
Yeah.
They were denied permission to walk through China and instead traveled to India. And they were also denied access to the Soviet Union. So they flew from India to Australia. Peter returned home during the Australia leg of the trek, where Dave continued on alone, by this time on his third mule. And by the way, all of the mules were named some variation of Willie Make It.
Were they really?
Yeah.
I
It
love
was
it.
like Willie Make It. Will he make it to? I forget what the other ones were.
It's like naming a boat.
Yes, exactly. Unfortunately, the mule died, and Dave continued on alone. By this time, he was left hauling his wagon of supplies himself.
Wow,
obviously.
Dave was just leaving
leaving
people
bodies
behind.
in his wake, right. He was on the verge of abandoning his supplies when he happened to meet a school teacher named Jenny Samuel from Perth in Australia.
Oh.
She helped pull his wagon with her car while he walked alongside it. So he still was technically walking, even
Nice,
though she
Jenny.
was pulling his, And it turns out a happy ending. Jenny and Dave later married.
Oh.
And they're still together as of 2013.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
The one person that was with him that didn't get shot, killed, or
Right. Yeah. In July of 1974, Dave flew from Sydney to Los Angeles to finish the trip. Thousands of well-wishers gathered in Waseca to witness his return. All in all, it took 4 years and 21 pairs of shoes to complete the 14,500-mile journey across the land masses of 4 continents.
Wow.
The brothers were commemorated in June of 2004 with a sign in their hometown in Minnesota. The inscription reads, Caledonia, birthplace of the Earthwalkers, which doesn't sound like aliens,
Yes.
Earthwalkers,
Yeah.
David, Peter, and John Kunst.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a story.
I know.
Never heard of this guy before.
Well, now you have.
Wow, this is what the Wiki Corner is all about.
Yes.
You picked out a record to go along with Dave Kunst, did you, Sarah?
Yeah, so we're going to play Walking in the Sunshine
Okay.
by Roger Miller.
Do it. Sarah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song.
Oh, I do like this record.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this one in a long time.
We were talking off the air earlier about like if you could do this today, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure because it would be like an influencer who would be documenting this on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and I don't know. I don't know if you could.
Well, China still wouldn't let you in. Russia wouldn't let you in.
Yeah, probably not.
Iran probably wouldn't let you
But
in.
also like think about like in the 1970, like there was no GPS, right? Obviously, so.
Yeah.
How did he plan his? I mean, I know there's like Atlas.
I bet he went to
Atlases.
AAA before he left.
Right.
He's like, can you plot a route for me?
And so they had to plan this
All around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That had to be quite difficult, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. And his brother got shot, and then he calls his other brother up,
Yeah,
like
hey,
back in the States.
You want to finish this trip with me?
Look, I'm healing in the hospital. I got shot in the chest.
Right.
Our brother got killed.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Like you to come here. She's going to pick up right where we got shot.
Yeah.
Like
they
right-
did have armored escorts.
Right where the
this
blood is
time.
on the sidewalk. We're going
Yeah.
to start right there, and we'll do the rest of it.
Yeah, I think it would be, I don't know.
Man. Pretty cool, though.
I know.
Nobody else has done it since?
I think other people have, actually. Because I found a list
So
of pedestrian circumnavigators.
that's what they call
That's
themselves?
on Wikipedia. That's a Wikipedia page.
Pedestrian circumnavigators. So that scroll that he got signed by everybody, is that somewhere? Is that like in the
I don't know.
Kunst Museum?
You would think so, right? I mean, it would have to be. Maybe, well, I don't know. But he's in like the Guinness World Records for it. and-
Hope so. With all the stupid
Oh, yeah,
things in the
there's
Guinness
been-
Book of World Records.
In 1987, there was another guy that did it, very similar to Kunst, covering 4 continents, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Okay. Did he have a
yeah,
mule?
other people have done it, yeah.
All right. Nobody got
Nobody
shot. on
recently,
those.
though, really. Well,
People don't do this stuff anymore. They're on their tablets. Are you ready to do a thing?
yes.
Here we go.
A sunshine song. Put a smile upon your faces of birds.
That's a fun one. Roger Miller on Legends 1027. Just walking in the sunshine. Not today, not around here anyway. Sarah, do you remind us why did we just play that record?
Well, because we were talking about David Kunst, who became the first person to walk around the world on foot in 1974. And that's our Throwback Thursday year.
Good for him. Let's recap 3 things we must take away from today's Wiki Corner. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
All right, Dave Kunst was the first man independently verified to have walked around the world.
He walked 14,500 miles across 4 continents.
And it took him 4 years and 21 pairs of shoes to do it.
Did Nike sponsor him or Adidas or?
I don't think these
Reebok?
days you would have like a sponsor too.
Of course
Like,
you would have
have
a
to,
million sponsors.
Yeah, totally.
But,
no,
all
I
right.
don't think so. Not back then.
His feet must. I mean, I love our summer festivals around town.
I know.
But if I go to the Cornhill Arts Fest for a couple of hours,
Yeah.
my feet when I get done,
Yeah.
so sore.
I know.
Can't wait to peel those shoes off.
I guess you would get used to it at some point, right?
Would you? Is that really what
I don't
happens?
know. That first 1,500 miles from Minnesota to New York
There's
was,
so many blisters.
yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, and the poor donkey.
The donkey too.
What? Yeah. No idea what was going on.
And his brother who got killed.
Right.
But the donkey.
But also the donkey.
Folks want to learn more about Dave Kunst, Sarah, where do they go? What do they do?
Well, you can go to my Wiki blog. If you go to legends1027.com on the homepage, there's a link that takes you to my blog where I post everything I talk about every day.
All of this is on Facebook Live every day, so you can see behind the scenes as well, including pictures of Dave Kunst and the mules.
Will he make it?
Yes, we don't know which ones they were. There were a whole host of them.
Yeah.
Plus, you catch the archives up at YouTube. Go to YouTube, search out Sarah's Wiki Corner. It's all right there to watch and learn at your convenience. Be sure to like and subscribe so you know when we post new material. And you're back tomorrow at 4:10 with a brand new episode.
I sure am.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Traffic, weather, and much more on the way on Legends 1027.